So I have another keto meal prep video for you. These aren't super popular, but I feel like I am filming them, or I'm cooking them, so I might as well film them anyways. As always, my daughter is in here with me, so you may hear her occasionally as I do my voiceover. But these are keto stuffed mushrooms with just a lot of yummy goodness. And we're just going to hop right in. Right now I am cleaning off the mushrooms with a damp paper towel. This ensures that your mushrooms don't absorb too much liquid and get kind of spongy. And then I'm going to spoon out the little innards. I don't really know if these are edible or not edible. I just kind of always spoon it out because I don't think it tastes very good. And it probably retains like a lot of dirt. And then I am removing the long enough stems to be able to actually remove. And I'm keeping the stems because we will be using that for our mixture. Then we are going to, like I say, just finely chop up those mushroom stems. This is optional, but I feel like if you have these stems, try not to waste food. So I put them in my filling and it tastes delicious. And then I'm also going to chop a white onion up. Again, this is optional too. If you are doing keto, this can be excluded to kind of keep your carb count down. But I just did basically a smaller portion size. And then I have 2 cloves of garlic that we are just going to chop up. Then in a super small skillet, because you don't need too big of one, I'm going to put down some oil. And we're just going to saute the mushrooms and onions and garlic until they're soft. And then you're going to let them cool to, they don't have to be like super cooled down, but so they're not like piping hot when you put them in the mixture. You are going to let them cool after you are done cooking them. Next up, we're going to assemble our filling. So I'm just adding in some Asiago cheese. Parmesan works fine too, but for some reason my store didn't have any. And then I ran some quartered artichoke hearts through my food processor just to kind of get them a little bit more fine. Then I add some frozen spinach, but mine was still frozen, but I do suggest you letting it thaw completely and then wringing it through a paper towel to remove the excess water. I kind of threw it in a little too early. And then I just used some canned baby shrimp. You can use any type of meat, really. Italian sausage, crab, the shrimp, or you just can exclude it altogether. I just did shrimp because it's a little cheaper than the lumped crab meat. Then we're adding some softened cream cheese, some sour cream. And again, this is about triple the amount of the original recipe. So it looks like a lot as usual. And I made way too much because I was trying to tinker with the recipe and seeing how much I really actually needed to stuff really big portobello mushrooms. So I will have plenty of this left over, and it can be great on like top of like a crostini or in a bowl for dip. So that is what I plan on doing with the rest of the leftovers because I had quite a lot. And then you're adding in your cooled mushroom, onions, and garlic. and you're just gonna mix all of this together really well, get it incorporated. It's kind of hard because there is a lot, and my cream cheese was pretty much softened, but it was still kind of difficult to mix. Now I'm just seasoning. This is totally optional, literally whatever you want in there you can do, but I put some Tony Sacheron Creole seasoning, salt, and pepper. And also I put in some garlic powder. Then in a tray, I'm just spooning out the mixture to put in the mushrooms. I have a little cookie scoop, and it's a tablespoon and a half, I believe, and I did 3 scoops in each. Like I said, these are probably about 1 mushroom a serving, and you'll hear my daughter singing. I apologize. She's playing Play-Doh right next to me. These are about 1 serving per meal, so I mean, I try to fill them a little bit so they are filling, but you don't really get as many of these because they are a little higher in the carb count. And now I'm just adding some fresh shredded mozzarella over top, and you're gonna throw this into a preheated oven for about 30 minutes at 350, and then you want to throw it on broil to get that top nice and crusty. And now I'm just preparing the side for the meal. I'm so sorry guys if you can hear her. And I'm just cutting off the stems of the asparagus, and we're just gonna generously drizzle some olive oil, and then seasonings of choice. Again, whatever you guys really want to season it with, it's super easy. I did salt, pepper, truffle dust because I have it and I love it on like everything, and garlic powder. And then I just threw it in a tray and roasted it at, I think, 400 for about 20 minutes or a little less. I basically cooked them until they were bright green and had a little nice char to it. And I'm so sorry, my child. Anyways, you pull out, I cooked them separate, so I'm pulling out the crab or the shrimp stuffed mushrooms first. And oh my gosh guys, because I ended up making us some later on the grill, these turned out so stinking good. Like, it's hard to believe that these are approved in a keto diet, because these were so good that, like, how can it be diet food? But they were flavorful, cheesy, creamy. Ugh, so good guys. I swear. I literally did try this one and it was delicious. And then I just pull out my nicely roasted asparagus. And I personally like them a little bit more even done because I love a crispy, but since I was making these for somebody else, I just kind of cooked them until they were bright green and softened. And then I'm just going to put them in my delivery box or my delivery tin that I always use for my customer. And I just put my asparagus down first, and then my mushrooms on top. And she can kind of pick how much asparagus she wants for each serving. She just knows she has 4 servings of it. And then she does know that it's 1 mushroom per serving. And the mushrooms put her at about 8 grams of carbs, a little over 8 grams of carbs. So with asparagus, I'm guessing it's a 10 to 11 gram meal. So like I said, it is a little bit of a higher gram meal, but it's so good. So as you can hear my daughter singing in the background, thank you so much for watching my video. If you would like more keto videos, go ahead and give this video a like. As always, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.